Imagine waking up each morning feeling vibrant, energized, and deeply alive, even in your 70s or 80s. Picture yourself stretching easily, moving with confidence, and facing each new day with a clear mind and a strong heart. It might sound like a dream, but for many seniors, it is reality. There are people in their late 70s who seem to defy the usual expectations of aging. They live independently, travel, laugh easily, and seem to carry a certain glow about them. What is their secret? Doctors have long known something most people overlook. It is not massive, overwhelming changes that keep us young. It is the small, daily choices that quietly stack up over time. Particularly, the choices made in the very first hour of the day have an outsized impact on your health, energy, and even how many years you have left to enjoy. Your morning routine can either set you on a path towards strength and longevity, or slowly chip away at your vitality without you even realizing it. Today, I am going to share with you 6 simple but powerful morning routines that doctors agree can add precious years to your life. These are not complicated, and they do not require you to overhaul everything at once. In fact, many of these habits take just a few minutes, yet their impact can be profound. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will not just know what these routines are, you will feel inspired and empowered to start making the most out of every morning you have. Stay with me until the very end, because the 6th morning habit is the most surprising of all, and it is something that most seniors overlook completely. Yet, it holds the power to dramatically improve your energy, protect your heart, and even sharpen your mind as you age. If you are finding this helpful already, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell. Your support truly helps us continue creating content that empowers, uplifts, and inspires seniors to live their healthiest, happiest lives. Point 1. Gentle stretching before getting out of bed. Before your feet even touch the floor, there is a golden opportunity to set the tone for a strong, safe, and energized day. Gentle stretching in bed may sound simple, but it is one of the most powerful things you can do for your aging body. Doctors often recommend it because it prepares your muscles, joints, and circulation for the day ahead, dramatically lowering your risk of stiffness, pain, and even dangerous falls. As we grow older, our muscles naturally lose some flexibility and strength. Overnight, your body stays still for hours, causing joints to stiffen and blood flow to slow down. Jumping out of bed too quickly after lying still can create a sudden shock to your system, leading to dizziness, unsteady balance, or worse, a fall. But when you take just a few gentle minutes to stretch, you give your body the gift of waking up gradually and safely. Take Edith, for example, an 81-year-old retired teacher who always believed she was too old for exercise. One morning, she got up quickly to answer the phone, lost her balance, and had a frightening fall that luckily ended with only bruises. Her doctor suggested something that surprised her. Start a simple in-bed stretching routine each morning before even sitting up. At first, Edith doubted it would help, but within a few weeks, she noticed a huge difference. Her legs felt steadier, her back less stiff, and most importantly, she moved through her mornings with more confidence and ease. Here are 3 simple stretches you can start with while still lying in bed. First, the full body stretch. Upon waking, gently raise your arms overhead and stretch your legs out as far as you can. Imagine you are trying to reach the headboard with your hands and the footboard with your toes. Hold this gentle stretch for about 15 seconds while taking slow, deep breaths. This simple action wakes up your muscles and stimulates circulation. Second, the knee to chest stretch. Bend one knee and gently pull it toward your chest, holding it there with your hands. Feel the stretch in your lower back and hips. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds, then switch legs. This stretch helps release tightness in your lower back, a common area of tension for seniors. Third, the ankle circles. Before standing, move each ankle in gentle circles, 10 times in each direction. This small but powerful movement boosts blood flow to your feet and ankles, preparing them to support you when you stand. These stretches should feel good, never painful. Move slowly and breathe deeply. Think of it as a gentle conversation with your body, telling it, "Good morning. I am ready for another beautiful day." By adding just 3 to 5 minutes of stretching to your morning, you create a solid foundation for better balance, smoother movements, and a reduced risk of injury. More than that, you start the day by caring for yourself in a deep and meaningful way, a small act of self-love that can add up to years of healthier, happier living. Now let us move on to the second simple habit that can transform your mornings and your health. Point 2. Hydrating first thing before coffee. Before reaching for that comforting cup of coffee or tea, there is something even more important your body is quietly begging for: water. Hydrating first thing in the morning is one of the simplest and most powerful habits seniors can adopt to support a longer, healthier life. Yet, it is a step that is often overlooked. Throughout the night, your body loses water simply through breathing and natural processes. Even if you do not feel thirsty when you wake up, you are already in a state of mild dehydration. This hidden dehydration can impact everything: your memory, your mood, your blood pressure, and even your heart function. Doctors have observed that seniors are particularly vulnerable because, as we age, our sense of thirst naturally weakens. By the time you feel thirsty, you may already be significantly dehydrated. Take George, for instance, a lively 76-year-old who began noticing small but troubling changes. He felt foggy in the mornings, his joints ached more than usual, and his energy lagged by mid-morning. At first, he chalked it up to just getting older. But after a routine visit, his doctor asked him a simple question: "Are you drinking water first thing each morning?" George realized he was not. Instead, he reached straight for a large mug of coffee, which, being a diuretic, actually made his dehydration worse. His doctor suggested a small but crucial shift: start each day with a full glass of water before anything else. Within a few weeks, George noticed incredible changes. His thinking became sharper, his mornings felt smoother, even his joint stiffness improved. That simple glass of water became his secret weapon for reclaiming his mornings and possibly adding years to his life. How much water should you drink when you first wake up? Aim for about 8 to 12 ounces, roughly 1 full glass. It does not need to be ice cold. In fact, many seniors find that room temperature or warm water feels better first thing in the morning. You can even add a slice of lemon for a refreshing boost and a gentle dose of vitamin C. If drinking a full glass all at once feels challenging at first, start with a few sips and gradually build up. The important thing is to create a loving habit of giving your body what it desperately needs after a long night of fasting and repair. It is also important to drink water before coffee because caffeine encourages your body to release even more fluids. If coffee comes first, it can deepen your morning dehydration, making you feel sluggish, lightheaded, and even more prone to blood pressure swings, a serious concern for many seniors. By simply prioritizing water before your morning coffee, you are not just quenching your thirst. You are protecting your heart, fueling your brain, easing joint pain, and setting the stage for a day filled with energy and clarity. Coming up next is another simple but powerful morning habit, one that taps into nature's oldest medicine and has the power to lift your mood, strengthen your bones, and sharpen your mind. Point 3. Morning sunlight exposure. The gentle warmth of the morning sun is not just pleasant, it is profoundly healing. Getting sunlight exposure early in the day is one of the most natural, effortless ways to improve your health, lift your spirits, and even extend your lifespan. Doctors have long known that natural light plays a crucial role in setting the body's internal clock, regulating sleep, boosting mood, and even strengthening bones. Yet many seniors spend most mornings indoors, missing out on one of the simplest and most powerful gifts nature offers. After 70, the body's ability to produce vitamin D naturally declines. Vitamin D is not just about healthy bones, it is linked to a stronger immune system, lower risk of depression, improved heart health, and even a reduced risk of certain cancers. While supplements can help, nothing matches the way the body responds to real sunlight. Morning sun exposure also signals your brain to wake up fully, resets your circadian rhythm, and supports deeper, more restorative sleep at night, which we now know is critical for longevity. Helen, a vibrant 79-year-old, spent most of her mornings reading indoors with the curtains drawn. Over time, she began to feel more sluggish, her sleep grew restless, and a quiet sadness crept in. Her doctor suggested something astonishingly simple: Spend just 10 minutes outside each morning. At first, Helen thought it would not make much difference, but within a month, her energy lifted. Her mood brightened. She started sleeping soundly through the night. What changed? Her body began responding to the rhythm of natural light, restoring balance in ways she could not even feel happening, but her heart, brain, and bones certainly noticed. Even if mobility is limited, there are easy ways to soak up the morning light. If you are able, step outside for a few minutes. Sit on the porch, stand by a sunny window, or take a slow, gentle walk around your garden or block. You do not need to be in direct, harsh sunlight. Even being in a bright outdoor area can make a difference. Aim for about 10 to 15 minutes of morning light exposure if possible. If you wear sunscreen for extended outdoor time later in the day, that is wonderful. But for these first gentle minutes, it is usually safe to allow bare skin to absorb natural light without sunscreen, just enough to stimulate healthy vitamin D production. If getting outside is difficult, sit by a large open window or doorway where sunlight streams in. Feel the light on your skin, close your eyes if you wish, and take a few deep, relaxing breaths. Even this simple act sends powerful signals to your body to wake up, repair, and rejuvenate. Morning sunlight is nature's gentle medicine, free, abundant, and incredibly effective. By making it part of your daily routine, you are giving your body a priceless daily boost that supports your mood, bones, brain, and immune system all at once. Now, let us move forward to the fourth morning habit, one that nourishes your muscles, protects your independence, and builds the kind of lasting strength that truly adds years to your life. Point 4. A high-protein breakfast. After a long night of fasting, your body wakes up in need of fuel, not just any fuel, but the right kind. A high-protein breakfast is one of the most important gifts you can give yourself in the morning, especially after the age of 70. Doctors emphasize it again and again. Protein is essential not only for building and maintaining muscle, but also for protecting bone health, supporting metabolism, and even safeguarding cognitive function. In short, it helps you stay stronger, steadier, and sharper for many years to come. As we grow older, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. Without enough protein, this loss accelerates, leading to frailty, weakness, and a greater risk of falls and fractures. What many people do not realize is that muscle strength is one of the biggest predictors of independence and longevity in later years, and it all starts with the very first meal of the day. Robert, an 82-year-old retired fireman, spent most mornings with a quick breakfast, a piece of toast, maybe a banana, and a cup of coffee. He thought he was keeping things light and healthy. Yet over time, he noticed that climbing stairs became harder, lifting groceries wore him out, and he felt more tired by late morning. After a checkup, his doctor explained that while his breakfast seemed healthy, it was missing one critical ingredient: protein. With guidance, Robert made a simple switch. He started adding eggs, Greek yogurt, or a small serving of cottage cheese to his morning routine. The result? Within a few months, he felt steadier, stronger, and more energetic. His balance improved, his muscles felt firmer, and he even noticed fewer aches and pains. That small change added a powerful layer of resilience to his body. Here are 3 easy, protein-rich breakfast ideas that seniors can enjoy without much hassle. First, a classic option: scrambled eggs with spinach. Eggs are a powerhouse of high-quality protein and essential nutrients. Adding a handful of spinach gives you fiber and vital minerals like magnesium and potassium. Second, a Greek yogurt parfait. Use plain Greek yogurt, which is higher in protein than regular yogurt, and top it with a few berries and a sprinkle of nuts or seeds. It is delicious, easy to digest, and supports both muscle and brain health. Third, for those who prefer a savory option, a small serving of cottage cheese with sliced tomatoes and a drizzle of olive oil makes for a satisfying, protein-packed meal that also supports heart health. The key is consistency. Aim for at least 20 to 30 grams of protein in your breakfast if you can. It might sound like a lot, but it can be easily achieved with just 1 or 2 simple additions to your usual routine. By starting your day with strong, nourishing foods, you are not just feeding your hunger, you are feeding your strength, your independence, and your future. Let us now move into the 5th morning habit, one that feeds not just the body but the heart and soul, and might be the single most uplifting practice you can begin tomorrow morning. Point 5. Practicing gratitude or affirmation. Each morning brings a new beginning, and with it, a precious opportunity to shape the way you experience the day ahead. One of the most life-extending, heart-healing habits a person can adopt costs nothing, takes only a few minutes, and yet has been shown to strengthen the immune system, lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and even slow the aging of the brain. That habit is practicing gratitude and positive affirmation. Doctors and researchers alike now recognize what ancient wisdom has always taught. A grateful heart is a healthy heart. When you start your morning with thoughts of gratitude, you flood your body with beneficial hormones like serotonin and dopamine. These feel-good chemicals support better sleep, better digestion, a stronger immune response, and even a more youthful appearance. It is not magic, it is the biology of hope. Take Martha, for example, a 75-year-old widow who had struggled for years with loneliness and a creeping sense of sadness each morning. Her doctor suggested a small experiment: start each day by writing down 3 things she was grateful for. Martha was skeptical. How could such a simple act make any real difference? But she was willing to try. On her first morning, she sat by her window, pen in hand, and wrote, "I am grateful for the sunrise. I am grateful for my warm cup of tea. I am grateful for the sound of the birds outside." Small things, ordinary things. But by the end of the week, Martha noticed a shift. She smiled more. She felt less anxious. Her energy returned little by little. She began sleeping better, moving more, and reconnecting with friends. That tiny ritual of gratitude transformed her mornings and her life. You do not need to write a long essay to benefit from this habit. Here is a simple 2-minute gratitude practice you can begin tomorrow. Before you get out of bed, pause and think of 3 specific things you are grateful for. They can be big or small: your family, your health, a favorite song, a memory, a flower blooming outside your window. Say them quietly to yourself, or if you wish, write them down in a small notebook you keep by your bedside. If you would like to take it a step further, add a positive affirmation. An affirmation is simply a sentence that reinforces a positive belief about yourself or your life. It might be something like, "I am strong and capable," or "Today I choose joy and kindness." Speak it aloud or repeat it silently with intention and warmth. This tiny habit creates a ripple effect. By setting your mind on gratitude and hope first thing in the morning, you build resilience against stress, fear, and negativity throughout the day. You strengthen your mind, calm your heart, and nourish your spirit, all of which have profound, measurable effects on your physical health and longevity. Let us now look at the 6th and final morning habit, a joyful, life-giving practice that gets the body moving and keeps the heart beating strong for years to come. Point 6. Light morning movement. Imagine starting your day not with stiffness and aches, but with graceful movement that wakes up your body, clears your mind, and fills your heart with vitality. Light morning movement, whether it is a slow walk, a few minutes of gentle Tai Chi, or even a quiet dance in your living room, is one of the most powerful habits seniors can adopt to add not just years to life, but life to years. Doctors and longevity experts agree, the earlier in the day you begin to move, the better your body regulates blood sugar, inflammation, blood pressure, and mental sharpness. Morning movement sets the rhythm for everything that follows. It signals your muscles to stay strong, your heart to stay resilient, and your brain to stay bright and focused. Frank, an 80-year-old former accountant, used to start his mornings planted in front of the television with coffee in hand. Over time, he noticed his joints stiffening, his energy dipping, and a quiet sadness settling in. At the urging of a friend, Frank made a gentle shift. He began putting on a favorite old song each morning and simply moving to the music for a few minutes. Sometimes he danced lightly. Other mornings, he stretched and swayed, letting his body find its own rhythm. Within weeks, Frank felt a transformation. His balance improved, his breathing deepened, and his mood lifted. He even began taking short morning walks around his block, noticing things he had not seen in years: the flowers blooming, the birds singing, the warmth of the sun on his face. That simple act of morning movement became his anchor, his daily renewal of life. You do not have to engage in anything strenuous to reap these benefits. Here are a few simple ideas to invite joyful movement into your mornings. First, gentle walking. Step outside if you can and take a slow stroll around your yard, down your street, or even through your home. Focus on breathing deeply and stepping steadily. Even 5 to 10 minutes of easy walking can get your heart pumping gently and help lubricate your joints. Second, Tai Chi or slow stretching. Tai Chi, often called meditation in motion, involves gentle, flowing movements that improve balance, coordination, and mental calmness. You can find simple beginner videos online or join a local class. Even slow, mindful stretches can provide similar benefits. The goal is to move with intention and care. Third, light dancing. Put on a favorite song and move however feels good. You do not need to perform or impress anyone. Just let your body sway, step, or move your arms. Dancing lifts the spirit, boosts cardiovascular health, and brings a joyful sense of freedom to the start of your day. Remember, the key is not how hard you move, but that you move. Choose movements that feel good, that invite you to smile, breathe, and enjoy being alive. If needed, hold on to a sturdy chair or countertop for support. Adapt everything to your own comfort and abilities. There is no wrong way to celebrate your body with gentle morning movement. By adding just a few minutes of light activity to your mornings, you build a resilient body, a joyful heart, and a mind ready to embrace the day ahead. You are not just keeping your muscles strong, you are setting the tone for a longer, fuller life. Now, let us bring everything together with a final reflection, a reminder of how these small, beautiful choices weave together to create a life of health, hope, and vitality. Life, at its heart, is made up of simple moments, the ones we live quietly each day without even realizing their power. A few minutes of stretching, a glass of water, a step outside into the morning sun, a nourishing breakfast, a grateful heart, a gentle dance. These are not grand, sweeping changes. They are small, loving acts of care that speak to your body and soul. You matter, your life matters. Every morning offers a fresh beginning, a new chance to invest in your health, your happiness, and your future. No matter your age, no matter your past habits, you have the ability to choose a new path today, one filled with strength, with resilience, with hope. Imagine yourself 1 year from now waking with ease, smiling at the sunrise, moving with grace, feeling a lightness in your heart and a steadiness in your step. That future begins with the choices you make this very morning, and it is never too late to start. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 6 morning routines are you most excited to start tomorrow? Please leave a comment below. Your thoughts truly inspire us and everyone in this wonderful community. And if you found this video helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your support helps us continue creating uplifting, empowering content for seniors who believe that the best is yet to come. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.